Once upon a time, in the faraway Frontenac, Massachusetts, town called New Hampshire, the birthplace of one of the greatest scientists ever known. But to him, more than anything else, simply a lighter through inspection, a young traveler thinks to cabin he has been longing to get to.
The young man mentions police.
Good morning. I am looking for Henry Turrell.
A maid mentions. He's on him study. Come.
After a good search in the place, the young man highlights note to pin that study of the humble man, proceeds to consult the young neighborhood, but he hears a voice behind his back.
I heard you call me. How could you not find me? I was sitting in my study, right there in front of you.
But where is this gentleman? That's absolutely impossible. I don't usually find an errand list in something as simple as a
Are you sure about that? Come with me. After these days, believe me that everything you have understood by observing goes beyond a simple action.
The young man twists his eyes behind Turrell's back. He thinks, this man definitely thinks he is better than me. They headed towards Turrell's study. It was so simple not. They arrived in the backyard, a simple garden full of light, nature and soft trees. Honestly, Robert has another concept of an office.
Robert was a common traveler and could explorer. He used to believe only in the judgment and not to reason. Toriel came to his years thanks to his grandmother, rare thing of the time. She mentioned it to him that she accidentally met by a footpath a man, the only one who knew how to see, feel and appreciate the richness of the life truly. Robert arrogantly and hardly points out. Well, see about that. He can be the only rich with knowledge in this town.
While walking to town, which I do every day, I was surprised by your grandmother, who mentioned that you were on your way to me. I see you had time of the be a bossy man. I found it strange that primarily you did not request by company. I have cleared the reason of you stay here, to open your eyes and learn. Nothing more cool often humble like me. I do not usually tease, but of course, I will be willing are you.
Robert nodded his head somewhat suspiciously.
After a few days of theory of the physiological talks which throughout used to discuss, one might say perfectly. Of course, they were things opposite, though philosophy is not usually generalized. Robert thought he was wasting time and complained about his self-centeredness for the first time.
Excuse me, Henry, but I think it is best for both of us that I withdraw. I see this heading me nowhere. I don't know what you did to my grandmother, who used to talk is a carrot and hours long miles even twice a day without need. You and will come and are going for opposing positions so appreciative your attempts. I don't have no how what excuse me.
Toriel suddenly at the edge of the small tree, enthusiastically getting to know in depth the young man's weakness and reasons.
Go get some rest. Tomorrow we will try to start with a few rides and experiences. I don't think you are a man of easy surrender.
The suggest loud and exclaims, I will see you tomorrow at dawn. Robert is silent and leaves in surprise. After several days, the atmosphere changes satisfactorily. Robert was definitely another man, a much better one. He was beginning to like the subject and was offering high praise. As he had never done before, he felt a unique connection with the grandparent side that surrounded him. Robert had definitely managed to capture the art of walking, something that the humble David Thoreau adored. He achieved it. Robert regretted his ignorance and behavior.
Henry to the new Robert.
You know, there are well, no, I say. There are few people who understand the art of walking. You know that I mean what I mean. The gift of wandering.
Robert immediately contemplated that squirrel in the tree.
Of course, I know that you mean. I feel the energy in the contemplation of nature. So we join every part of Egypt. We are still waiting plants and animals, and awaiting the will say of life.
There's a funny things I often say. I hope you get it. Part of the work of that work of this work is to retrace two steps.
Ariel comes to a nearby cottage, where an old man and a young man are looking for it, grumpy, and the place is a real mess.
We are the very antagonists of this story and this beautiful action. Just look at those two men, just blinded as you were, always walking in a hurry, in a bad mood, and cursing the fact that they walk every day.
Robert, in his mounting, understood. He said to himself thoughtfully, yes, we are the antagonists. We take it upon ourselves to ignore what is around us, to not appreciate the art of walking, of living and feeling as never before. We take it upon ourselves to forget the purpose of the existence, of every minute of life. What can and may be learned from it? Throughout at the time thought, surely someday I will read a book. Yes, of course I will. About the defense of nature, the philosophy of wandering, especially about the reflection of that noble art, the art of walking.
When will be published? I don't know. After my death? Maybe.
What?
Nothing, partner.
Half the road we travel is nothing more than retracing our steps. Perhaps we shall set out, taking the spirit of adventure by the shortest route and never return, prepared to send back to our desolate realms only our embalmed heart, like a relic. If you are ready to leave your father and mother, your brother and sister, your wife and child and friends, and never see them again, if you have paid your debts, fulfilled your will, submitted your commitment, and are a free man, then you are ready for a walk. The end.
The end.
The end.
Yeah.